Hi, good morning, all. Today I got a little bit of time and I thought to come in front of you. So, today we will be discussing about a small topic, that is school timetable. So, the smooth functioning of the school always depends on a timetable. Whenever we think of a school, what is the first thing that comes to our mind? So in all cinemas and all we can see that the students are running to their classes. The bell is when the bell rings, the student runs to the class. The teachers uh, with their register and all goes to the class. Now the scenario has changed. പക്ഷേ school ഉള്ള സമയത്ത് അങ്ങനെയായിരുന്നു. So behind each and every processes, that is ringing the bell, students going to the classes, teachers to their particular classes, some students going to the playground, some to the computer lab. Everything depends on this timetable only. So this timetable can be considered as a second school clock. Okay. So the question will be like this. A timetable is a second school clock. Elucidate or substantiate. അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ആയിരിക്കും essay type questions ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. So it's a very simple topic. And moving on to timetable, it is an instrument that determines the efficient working of an individual or a group of people in an organization. So it is a schedule plan. We can say that it is a schedule plan showing the schedule of time allotment. So this time allotment will be for various subjects and activities. Okay. So usually timetable will be prepared for a week and it is to be repeated. So nowadays during the online sessions and all the story, you also know that the timetable keeps changing. So all the work in a school is carried out systematically with the help of this timetable, or the successful working of the school depends upon the proper preparation and execution of a timetable. So a school timetable is a methodical and pre-arranged scheme of studies. It is said to be the second clock. It is a mirror that reflects the educational program. That is, what all things we can get from a timetable. We can get the allotment of time, that is when the school starts, when the school ends, and when is the interval, which is the period allotted for the teachers. So and which of the students will be in the playground, who will be in the computer lab, and who will be doing other activities and all. A detailed schedule we can get from this timetable. So that's why it is said that it is a mirror that reflects the educational programs in a school. Then it's a definition by H.G. Stead. It goes like this. It is a timetable that supplies the framework within which the work of the school proceeds. It is an instrument through which the purpose of the school is to function. So this is the definition by H.G. Stead. Next is importance of timetable. So what is the importance of timetable? So by looking at the timetable, you just jot down what are the things that we get from a timetable. Beginning and ending of a school session, beginning and ending of a single period of the class, like beginning and ending of various activities of the class, activities of the school, everything we can get from this timetable. So it shows the working of the school beginning and closing time, the different subjects to be taught, the teachers teaching the different subjects, who are the teachers who are dealing with the different subjects, allotment of time for different subjects. Then it ensures orderly work, that is, it assigns proper person for particular classes during appropriate period in a proper manner. Then it prevents waste of time and energy, that is, it saves the time and energy of the teachers and pupils by preventing duplication and overlapping of work. Okay. It ensures also right allotment of time for different subjects and activities by giving proper weightage according to the needs. Some subjects, that is arts or sports, need only a little time, and some difficult subjects such as say for example maths or English and all will need long hours. So accordingly, they can provide a right allotment of time for various subjects. Then it inculcates orderliness, regularity, and alertness among the pupil and teachers. Then next is different types of timetable. Which are the different types of timetable? So apart from all these points, the plan or the timetable is very much an essential element for the internal arrangement of the school activities, and also through which every day time has been divided among the different subjects and activities. Then along with this, a good timetable also will prevent the misuse of strength, time, and money, and provides the misuse and provides opportunity for the children for the development of their personality. So far the attainment of school objectives, all elements of the school, that is physical and human elements, are to be catered. So the construction of timetable is very essential with both points of view, considering both the children and the teacher. So the timetable construction, or the importance of timetable is, here lies the importance of timetable. The place of timetable is important in a school because previously we said that it is a mirror in which all the educational programs of the school gets reflected. So that will manage the work of the teachers and also the students too. So next is the different types of timetable, and first one is class timetable. By class timetable, every class should have their own timetable. So during the first semester, you went to the schools, and I hope you remember the timetable with you. So every class should have its own timetable, which should include the distribution of subjects with teachers, and assignment of the classroom for each period. Every class should have its own timetable based on, sometimes they will have a homework timetable, then exam timetable, everything will be there in a class timetable. So next is the master timetable. So it gives a complete picture of the entire program of the school per day. Master timetable, when you go for collecting the school timetable, you can see a big timetable in front of the headmaster, and that is a master timetable. And this master timetable can be asked for one mark or 2 mark question. It shows the entire timetable of the school, that is allotment of duty for each teachers, or for each class, and all. That is the master timetable. It indicates the details of the work of the individual teachers, and different sheets may be used for a day in a week, or they may be prepared in a comprehensive way. So it can be in a comprehensive way. So in the schools and all, we can see a master timetable with the headmaster, that is master timetable. Then next is individual teachers timetable. So individual teachers timetable shows the allotment of the individual teachers duty, that is both academic and non-academic activities of that particular teachers. Then vacant period timetable, showing the vacant period of all the teachers. It is helpful in both ways, that is the teachers can know when the teacher has a vacant period. പക്ഷെ അതിനെക്കാട്ടി ഈ ഹെഡ് മാസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ഡു പ്രിപ്പയർ ദിസ് വേക്കൻറ്റ് പീരീഡ് ടൈം ടേബിൾ ടു സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ദ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ്. അപ്പോൾ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു ടീച്ചർ 7 പീരീഡ് വർക്ക് ചെയ്ത് 8ാമത്തെ പീരീഡ് ഒന്നും ഫ്രീ ആണല്ലോ എന്ന് ഇരിക്കുമ്പം പ്രൈവറ്റ് സ്കൂൾസിലൊക്കെ they have to go for the substitution. So that is vacant period timetable. Then games timetable. Timetable shows which particular group or class is engaged in a particular game, or which group of students are in the ground. Then co-curricular activities timetable should be prepared it can be prepared at the beginning of each session, and time should be allotted for co-curricular activities. Next comes homework timetable. It constitutes an important part of the school program to see that the homework does not become a mental strain on the people. Okay. So for this, sometimes maths teacher will give homework on all Mondays, and for the next day, Tuesday, there will be no maths homework, and English teacher will be giving And likewise, a homework timetable can be prepared. And last one is the exam timetable. That is, when is there a class test, when is there the annual exam, when is there half yearly, and all. That is the exam timetable. So these are the principles of timetable construction. So the first principle is fatigue. Principle of fatigue. Warming up stage, full working stage, and falling off stage. Usually, each student has a warming up stage, full working stage, and falling off stage. Normal സ്റ്റുഡൻസിൻ്റെ കാര്യമാണ് പറയുന്നത് കേട്ടോ. വാർമിംഗ് അപ്പ് സ്റ്റേജ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ഡ്യൂറിങ് ദ ഫസ്റ്റ് പീരീഡ് വാട്ട് ഹാപ്പൻസ് ഇസ് എ വാർമിംഗ് അപ്പ് സ്റ്റേജ്. കുട്ടികൾ സ്കൂളിൽ നിന്ന് അല്ല വീട്ടിൽ നിന്ന് സ്കൂളിൽ വന്നതേ ഉള്ളൂ. അപ്പോൾ വാർമിംഗ് അപ്പാണ് വാർമിംഗ് അപ്പ് സ്റ്റേജ്. ദെൻ ദ സെക്കൻഡ് ആൻഡ് ദ തേർഡ് പീരീഡ് ഈസ് ഫുൾ വർക്കിംഗ് സ്റ്റേജ്. ആൻഡ് ദ ഫോർത്ത് പീരീഡ് ജസ്റ്റ് ബിഫോർ ദ ഇൻ്റർവെൽ ലഞ്ച് ബ്രേക്കിന് തൊട്ട് മുമ്പുള്ള പീരീഡ് ഈസ് falling off stage. That is, അയ്യോ വിശക്കണ ഇപ്പോൾ ഒന്ന് ബെല്ലടിച്ചാൽ മതിയായിരുന്നു, ഈ സ്ത്രീ ഒന്ന് പോയാൽ മതിയായിരുന്നു എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്ന സ്റ്റേജാണ് falling off stage. Likewise, afternoon first period is the warming up stage, then the afternoon second period is the full working, and the last period is a falling off stage. And usually Mondays are considered as Mondays are considered as the warming up day of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday is the full working stage, working day. Wednesday and Thursday is the falling off stage, and Friday fall ചെയ്ത് കഴിയും. അങ്ങനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ അതിൽ വാർമിംഗ് അപ്പ് സ്റ്റേജ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ ഓഫ് ഫാറ്റിഗിൽ വി ഷുഡ് കൺസിഡർ ദ വാർമിംഗ് അപ്പ് സ്റ്റേജ്, ഫുൾ വർക്കിംഗ് സ്റ്റേജ്, ആൻഡ് falling off stage of a student. So subjects like mathematics and English, they are fatigue creating subjects അല്ലേ. ഇപ്പം നിങ്ങൾ നേരിട്ടാണ് ഞാൻ പറയുന്നതെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾ തന്നെ അപ്പം മാത്സ് ആൻഡ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ആർ കൺസിഡർഡ് ടു ബി fatigue creating subjects. അപ്പോൾ ആ സബ്ജക്ട്സ് is to be given during the full working stage, that is during the second and the third period. Mathematics and English. English or other languages can be given during English, and Hindi can be given during the full working stage. First period can be given for mother tongue. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ഈസി സബ്ജക്റ്റിൽ നിന്ന് തുടങ്ങുക എന്നുള്ള രീതിയിൽ മദർ ടങ് ക്യാൻ ബി ഗിവൻ ഫസ്റ്റ് പ്രയോറിറ്റി. സോ ഇൻ ദ ഫസ്റ്റ് പീരീഡ് മദർ ടങ് ഓർ സോഷ്യൽ സയൻസ് അങ്ങനത്തെ സബ്ജക്ട്സ് ഒക്കെ ഫസ്റ്റ് പീരീഡ്. ദെൻ സെക്കൻഡ് ആൻഡ് ദ തേർഡ് പീരീഡ് മാത്സ് ആൻഡ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്. And during the falling off stage, we can also give this mother tongue during the falling off stage, and also social science, biology. ഇതിനൊക്കെ അത്രയ്ക്കും എന്താണ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് റിയലി ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്, ബട്ട് കുട്ടികൾക്ക് അത്രയും ഫെറ്റീഗ്ഡ് ആവില്ല. ഈ ഫോർത്ത് പീരീഡൊക്കെ മാത്സ്, എനിക്കറിയാം നിങ്ങൾ പിന്നെ സ്റ്റാറ്റിസ്റ്റിക്സ് പഠിച്ചപ്പം ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് മുമ്പുള്ള പീരീഡൊക്കെ ഞാൻ വന്ന് സ്റ്റാറ്റിസ്റ്റിക്സ് പഠിപ്പിക്കുമ്പം ഞാൻ മനസ്സിൽ വെച്ചിരിക്കും നിങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ മുഖം കണ്ടിട്ട് കേട്ടോ. അപ്പോൾ അതറിയാം. അപ്പോൾ അതാണ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ ഓഫ് ഫാറ്റിഗ്. സോ ഫസ്റ്റ് തിങ് ഈസ് വി ഷുഡ് കൺസിഡർ ദ പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ ഓഫ് ഫാറ്റിഗ്. ഫസ്റ്റ് പീരീഡ് can be given for mother tongue, social science, biology like subjects. Second and the third period, fatigue creating subjects, that is maths and English, can be given. Then fourth period can be given as first period only, that is mother tongue, biology, social science, etc. Second and third period mathematics, English, and other languages, that is Hindi, അങ്ങനെ second language, French, Malayalam അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ. Then afternoon also the first period can be given for mother tongue or simple subject during the full working stage, that is the afternoon second period is a full working stage, and the last period is a falling off stage. Likewise we can distribute. That is principle of fatigue. Then next principle is principle of variety. That is, students will be feel bored and dull if they are taught the same subject for a number of periods. നമ്മൾ കോളേജിൽ എങ്ങനെയാണല്ലേ, അടുത്ത 2 പീരീഡ് ഞാനാണേ എന്നൊക്കെ വലിയ അഭിമാനത്തോടുകൂടിയൊക്കെ ഞാൻ പറയും. പക്ഷെ അപ്പം നിങ്ങൾ അയ്യോ അല്ലേ. അപ്പോൾ അതാണ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ ഓഫ് വെറൈറ്റി. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ ഒരിക്കലും കൊടുക്കരുതെന്നാണ്. നിങ്ങൾ വലിയ കുട്ടികളല്ലേ, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഇൻ സ്കൂൾ സബ്ജക്ട്സ് ഇപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ സ്കൂൾ ടൈം ടേബിളൊക്കെ പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യാൻ നിങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്തൊക്കെ പറയുമ്പം യു ഷുഡ് കൺസിഡർ ദിസ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ. Students will feel bored and dull if they are made to study the same subject for a number of periods. Okay, that is principle of variety. And also Then next is principle of justice. That is, work among the members of the staff should be given justice. That is, the teachers, the equal distribution of subjects should be given, and also a leisure period should be judiciously distributed among the teachers. That is principle of uh, justice. Next is principle of rest and recreation. That is, they are essential for children as well as teachers. So provision should also be made for rest and recreation. It is mainly for students. That is, continuous class subjects allade rest craft work അല്ലെങ്കിൽ outdoor activities should also be given. Then principle of flexibility. ഇതാണ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ flexible timetable should always be flexible. Once it is set അങ്ങനെയല്ല. Once it is set, it can change according to the needs of the environment, and it can change according to the needs of the teachers. ഇപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ തന്നെ ഒരു ടീച്ചർ വന്നില്ല, so the timetable can change. അല്ലെ, വേറെ substitute teacher can do her duty. So that is principle of flexibility. It should not be rigid. The timetable once constructed should be flexible according to the needs of the environment. Then principle of fluidity and dynamicity. So principle of fluidity and dynamicity, it is somewhat similar to flexibility only. That is, different types of timetable should be there. That is, the period should be short periods should be there, long periods also should be there. That is, some period subjects okay, they have to form small discussion groups and all. So അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ലോങ് പീരീഡ്സ് ക്യാൻ ബി ഗിവൻ അല്ലേ. അപ്പോൾ അതാണ് പറയുന്നത്, ഒരു റിജിഡ് ആയിരിക്കരുത്, ഇറ്റ് ക്യാൻ ബി ഫ്ലെക്സിബിൾ. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് what the principle of fluidity and timetable should be fluid and dynamic എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Next is how to prepare a timetable. So what is the basic frame of preparing a timetable? Usually the senior teachers of the schools will be in charge of the timetable preparation. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സ്കൂൾസിൽ ഓരോ ഇയറും ഓരോ teachers will be given the duty for timetable preparation. So first you have to prepare a list and write down the task. That is, which all subjects are there in the school and what all things the in the various subjects, what are the some subjects needs projects and all. Biology ഒക്കെ ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ educational system അനുസരിച്ച് ബയോളജിയിൽ discussions, projects will be there. So more time should be allotted for such subjects. അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ. Then analyze the list. First you have to prepare the list, note down the list, and then we have to analyze each and every aspect of the list. Then we can also consult the previous year's timetable while framing the school timetable. So these are the main aspects of timetable construction. So it is asked for an essay. Along with this, I am giving a note also. You can prepare other all the points are there. അങ്ങനെ വലിയ പോയിന്റ്സ് ഒന്നും ഇല്ല ഇതിൽ. ദീസ് ആർ ദ മെയിൻ പോയിന്റ്സ്. യു ക്യാൻ ആഡ് ദ പോയിന്റ്സ് ഫ്രം ദ നോട്ട് ടു. ഓക്കെ, സോ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ടൈം ടേബിൾ, വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദ പർപ്പസ് ഓഫ് ദ ടൈം ടേബിൾ, ആൻഡ് വാട്ട് ഓൾ തിങ്സ് വി ഗെറ്റ് ഫ്രം എ ടൈം ടേബിൾ, പ്രിൻസിപ്പിൾ ഓഫ് ടൈം ടേബിൾ കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ, and which are the various types of timetable, and how to prepare a school timetable. Hope you all understood this. This is a very small topic. If you have any doubt, please call me. Okay. Thank you.